overshoot, and overshoot meaning an overshoot of CO2 concentration in the atmosphere and thereby overshoot in temperature. We would need to reach net zero basically within the next 20.
Europe is right now experiencing its worst climate-induced destruction, a catastrophe that has caused widespread, widespread destruction across entire Europe, including the southern, eastern, western, central, and in many parts of northern Europe as well, with the temperature exceeding as much as 41 degrees Celsius. The reason for this, as far as the meteorologist, is that a certain heat dome that has trapped over European region for a longer time, and that usually prevents that reduces in the occurrence of rainfall, and that allows a maximum sunshine to be over surface, and that also impedes that prevents that it stops the Atlantic cold air to flow inland towards that surface, that keeps the European region colder for around the year. And usually those hot airs, they travel through these regions, and but this time, however, the hot days remained for a long time, and because of heat dome that has trapped over those surface. So that has increased the temperature of these regions. Resultantly, the countries such as Germany, Poland, or Czechia, they were badly affected, and the people over there face calamity because of it. What we are failed to understand, the core reason, the actual reason that is responsible for such catastrophe. The Europe is alone today. Europe is experiencing earlier, and Europe has also has had experienced its heat waves. There had been heat waves in the past as well, in the year 2003, 10, 2011, 22nd. But this time the heat wave increased in such a steadily, in such a high, such extreme level, that it became difficult to deal with, and it also lays bare the structural vulnerabilities of the Europe, that how it presented to us, how it actually functioning, operating. So climate change is not an isolated anomaly. It's a matter of existential threat for us as a human race that we have to deal with. It's high time we adopted path of sustainability, path of resilience. If we particularly talk about the Europe, they need climate resilient buildings. The buildings should be designed in such a way that they should be able to deal with the extreme high temperature, even if it reaches to as high as 41 degrees Celsius, so 50 degrees Celsius, which might be possible. So today Europe is experiencing its climate-caused destruction, but we, the people of South, have been experiencing this calamity for ages, and we have talked about that in bigger platforms, such as all-party conference in the COP. We talked about that if the Western countries, who are much dependent on coal and oil, they are contributing more in the non-renewable resources. They are extracting oil more and more, so they should take the responsibility for it. We should look into look for the adaptation. There should be no room for incompatibility between the talks and the actions. If they are contributing more in the greenhouse gases, they should come forward and contribute. For example, in climate finances, in climate loans, because they are the more contributors. China is a beautiful example of it, that how they are doing it. They made it clear that they cannot drop their non-renewable based infrastructure, but at the same time they have pledged a commitment that they will do the alternative. So they are doing that in solarization. There is a massive solar wind farms and they are exporting solar in low loans. They are doing their, so they have adopted a consequentialist approach. West, now at least we the people of global south have been facing it for years, despite we contributed less in the greenhouse gases. We are less contributing in making the environment more warmer than it ever was. Yet we are faced with the destructions. There is the continuous reduction in the rainfall. There is the drought. There is a melting in the glaciers. There is a reduction in the rainfall. There is a drought. There is water scarcity. The flood. If we take example of Bangladesh, though the temperature may be less, their humidity level is quite high. That creates a conducive environment for cyclones. We are the Pakistani having a continuous hot climate. Many parts of Sindh and Balochistan. Jacobabad, the test reported as the hottest city in the entire South Asia. India is reporting droughts, glacial retreat, and erratic monsoons, air pollution. But we, at the same time, we are also committed to take the responsibility. We have had many initiatives for sustainable environment. The Western countries, all the super countries, who are contributing much to the global warming, yet they are reluctant to take the responsibility for it. If you are not you are not in a position to destroy your complete non-renewable based facilities, at least you can give alternative for it. They can provide carbon credit for it. They should be come forward to provide the carbon credits to all the companies who are responsible, who are very very much willing to take on the path of sustainability. They are introducing electric based vehicles. They are working to ensure that they contribute to their level, but at least they should be given incentives by the governments. Many countries among those who have pledged for the sustainable world and are living up to their commitments, and which are Denmark, Sweden, Finland, and Germany. Denmark is getting its most energy from wind for their electricity use, and they have set a target for 2045 that they'll achieve a zero emission carbon. Finland is also living up to its commitment, and they have set a mission for 2035 for a sustainable world. They are getting most of their energy from low carbon resources such as hydropower and winds. Many countries. So it's not a responsibility of few countries to think about the future. A future that is free from carbon, a future that is free from anything that can be detrimental to the human's health. There is a massive investment in forestry, and they are investing in a clean energy for a future. So they are committed, and they are fulfilling their promises. Since the matter came under one umbrella of Paris Agreement, so they are living into the articles enshrined on those. Norway is also one of the countries who is so concerned about the global climate. They are investing heavily on the sustainability. They are making sure that we have to make our environment better, because this is not for the aim is not for us. It's also a preservation. The protection is for the future generations as well. They will come. They will have to live. So even if we talk about the Norway, they are criticized that they export large quantity of oil and gas, but they are concerned about their country. At the same time, they are concerned about their climate policy as well. the leaders have pledged, so they are living up to their commitments. And in fact, if they are protecting their country, somehow it's actually a bigger contribution for the world as whole. Climate issue is real; it's not isolated anomaly. Even if you use anyone who even plants one tree in the backyard of their home and tries to bring a greenery around their vicinity, across their houses, that itself contributes in a bigger way. Many countries are doing that. Singapore, another country, who is contributing in the best way as per its financial capability and resources. They have limited resources when it comes to climate dealing, but they're doing it. They have designed a climate resilient master plan, because they are concerned about the climate. They're concerned about that climate issue is real. It's not the matter of the discussion of tomorrow. We are actually living it, and the responsibility not completely falls with the government only. People are also responsible for the climate erosion in the cleanness of a climate. There is a massive vehicles. People are they do not want to go on foot for even minor commute. They are going on a car. There's a combustion, so then automatically the bad gases are contributing. We should not put everything over the shoulders of government, that they have to deal climate issue, global warming. So we have elected them, so they should take responsibility. Their responsibility is there. They have to make an infrastructure, the frame in such a way that it contributes to the cleanliness. There should be a master plan, the green master plan. There should be green spacing, part of urban planning. They can design that, but we have to go parallel. Our contribution should be there. Governments and all the state-owned enterprises owned by different countries, Saudi Arabia in the form of Aramco, China National Oil Company, and there are many. Even the Nixon, Shell, private producer and the state-owned. They, as per the report, there are 170 producers who are actually contributing in the greenhouse gases. There is no fight and winning in this matter, because it's a collective interest. We have to all take the responsibility for global warming, because it's a real issue. It's an isolated issue. It's not a discussion of tomorrow, of the future. It's something we are living right now. So we have to do something to deal with it. Governments should be given advantage if they are investing in sustainability, in green environment. Our government, Pakistan government, has done it. So they should be accommodated accordingly. There should be a responsibility for the loss and damage, because we, the people of South, especially we Pakistani, Pakistan has faced its worst calamities due to global warming. Our 22nd flood caused havoc upon us. Millions of people displaced, billions worth assets were destroyed due to it. All because of global warming. So what today UK, the entire Europe, all these countries, Germany, Poland, Czech, but they are being faced by the other part of the world for ages. Africans have been facing climate-induced destruction for a very long time. There is a drought, there is a displacement, there is a destruction in the livelihood of a people because of climate. There is air pollution. Now, all those countries who are if they believe that they cannot drop their business into this carbon-based market, at least they should go for the alternatives. They should go for the path where they could contribute as an alternative solution, because they are industrialized to more than us. Their fossil fuel requirement is more than ours. So the responsibility entails them to come forward and contribute for the sustainable world. Because now the whole world is at the verge, at the precipice of climate destruction, and it's high time we need it awake. I remember when Indian Foreign Minister S. J. Shankar, while he was sitting at one of podiums at the UK, where he said that Europe should come out of this mindset that Europe's problems are world's problem, while world's problems are not Europe's problem. I think after this destruction, this climate-caused destruction, the heat wave, they may realize that world's problems are Europe's problems. We need a safe and sustainable world not for us, but for the generations to come.